This video tutorial covers the process of using the social space portion of your smart space website as sort of a personal portal for your content in the various areas that you've created a web presence across the exercise to date. I'm starting from the home page of that site, social.fredmiller.me. I've removed some of the content so I can start from a clean slate in building this site. But notice I also have other tabs in the browser for other resources that I'm going to include. So here's my blog, that similar to the one you've already created. I have a Google search of RSS feeds in Regensburg because I have to add 3 of those as part of the process. This site is going to focus on Regensburg as I have in the past. Then I have my Picasa web album photo for Regensburg and also my Facebook account. Now I'm going to use this site as a way of kind of incorporating those and integrating those into a single location where users can access all of that material from a single place. To do that, I'll log in. You will be challenged for your account number and your password that you created when you established your Smart Space account. I've already done that, so it takes me directly to the Smart Space Administrator page. Notice that there are several things I can do from here. The only ones we're going to be working with are Social Space in this project and Website in the next project. And we begin with Social Space, and notice that this is the default home page for my fredmiller.me site. So I click Customize to start to edit this page. And this is the editing site for the Social Smart page. There are a variety of things that you can do, including changing the background or adding themes, emailing people when you're ready to publicize the site. But we're going to be using the Add Content button because all you are required to do in this part of the exercise is to pull some material from different sites that you've created around the web and reflect them here in the Social Space page. So we're going to start by adding content and social and Facebook. I'm going to add my initials, FLM. It's asking for the ID number in Facebook. Let me show you what they're talking about. If you go to your profile page, this number here in the URL is the number that needs to be added there. So I put this in that blank. If you want to adjust what displays in this box, you can, and then simply say OK. And I'm going to use this as a header. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and move it across the page, and it will be trying to load as we go along. Now at present this is not working properly, so that's still going to be there loading as we start to develop additional content. The next thing we'll do is add some images to the site, and we're going to use the photo service Flickr, which is different from what we've done with Picasa, and it displays in a different way. We have the choice of creating an RSS feed of an album in Flickr, but we really don't have one, so we're going to just tag all pictures that have been labeled as Regensburg and include them in this container. And so they now start to show up, and we will tuck this one out of the way down here and go on to the next one. Now we can get material from Picasa, but it shows up in a different way. In Picasa, we used a blank RSS feed option. Let's label it Picasa so we know what we're doing. And here we're going to go to our Picasa web album. These are the ones we worked on earlier, all the pictures from Regensburg and where they occur on the map. I'm going to click the RSS feed option, capture that URL, copy that with Control-C, move back to the site and enter it here as the URL for the feed to Control-V. But let's look at the way it shows up differently. Here all I'm getting is the name of the file for all of the pictures that I have in my album. If I click on those, or if a user clicks on those, it will return the picture, and we'll see how that will work in just a second. The other requirement is to include information from the blog. Now my blog is actually on a different topic than Regensburg, but I'm going to use it as an example. Nonetheless, your blog would be related to the organizational scenario that you're using. If you go to the bottom and follow that clicks link and then view feed XML. You now have a URL that you can use to add your blog to the page. And the way it's done is the same blank RSS feed. Let's put the feed in, copy it there, and then this is just FLM's blog. And now all the postings on my blog show up. I put those right there. Let's adjust the Facebook site so it's relatively the same width. And now I'm have some of the required elements available there as well. Okay, now I'm also required to add additional content in the form of RSS feeds from 3 sites that are relevant to the organizational setting. How do you find those? Well, what I've done here is simply do a Google search for Regensburg and RSS, and here's some of the ones that I get. The one that looks most interesting to me is this one on hotel bookings, so let's follow that link. And we can see that it's a booking service that helps us find hotels in Regensburg. If I follow some of the possibilities on the right down to the bottom, you'll see this link, RSS feed options for deals in Regensburg. And this one is a little bit different in that I get to select the type of deals for which I'm going to filter the postings that come through. I'm going to be traveling at the last minute, so I select that option. I'll only be there for a few days, but not necessarily a weekend, so I select that. I have 2 ways of looking for the type of deal that I want to have. Since I'm going to be walking around most of the day, I'm going to select a budget-priced hotel. And now here comes that link. That's the feed. Here's the URL. Copy. Add a new content container. Paste. And I'm going to call that hotels in RGBG. It looks for the content from that RSS, and I now put it down here, and I'm ready to go. I have 2 more that I need to add as part of this requirement, and then when everything's ready, I publish the site to see what it looks like. www.fredmiller.me. Up comes the home page. Now we're going to have some problems at the top because Facebook is not working properly just right now, but you'll see where it would be, and you also see the other ones underneath it. So at this point, this completes all the requirements for the first part of the project. We will come back to SmartSpace in the second part of the project to add different types of content to the site and look at it in different ways. So that now completes this video lesson.